I think people.
My sister told me that I explained to her NSF and, how it's even better than organic. And she told me, well, yeah, when it puts organic on the label, that's when I'm going to have Juice Plus. So
Oh,
I said,
hilarious.
okay. So several years later, just a few months ago, we were just talking and I didn't mention anything. And she says, oh, yeah, and I'm taking my Juice Plus. Okay. Just out of the blue, she's eating Juice Plus. So you just never know.
Nice.
Please tell me she ordered from her sister.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was my
she
next
did.
question.
Well, see, we already had it in the house because I had ordered it for her daughter years ago. And they still have it in the house. So people take it, they take it, they don't take it, they eat it, they don't eat it. But then all of a sudden she started eating it. And, for some people, it's so funny. Some people have issues with constipation and then they eat Juice Plus and they are so happy that now they're regular. Well, I got a family member who decides that she's not going to have Juice Plus because it makes her so regular. That's not my sister, by the way. But she, yeah, so you just never know. But as long as you're consistent and they see it day to day, year to year, eventually they come around, don't they?
Yeah.
Very true.
Did Conscious, you had something to say? We lose him?
Oh no, 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, got you.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask Leilani, did her sister get it from her? That's all I was gonna say. But I just wrote you back. Yes, you can add me to the Voxer with the guys.
Okay, yeah, I'm adding you my Voxer name on here so you can find me and you can connect. But yeah,
that's Antoine. He's in Teen Transformers too,
Okay,
on the Voxer page. Yeah.
okay, that'll be easy. Yeah, we're gonna do a little men's get together, like a business chat. So we're just looking for a time for that. So Denzel, if you want to text me if you have a chance on here on the chat. If we know of a time and a day, that'd be good.
So what you mean, like a time that's good for me?
Yeah, like what I think we started to talk about what time would work well for guys. A day of the week and a time. We don't got to talk about it in front of everybody here, all the ladies.
Okay.
Well, it's good to
Put them
know.
on the spot.
because-
I think other people have people they're going to want to invite to it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep me posted, please.
Yeah. Because there's guys on the, I know like we see some of us guys are engaged and we're in here and we're active, but there's a lot more guys like on the fringe that might be one of the barriers that they're like, yeah. But if the guys are getting together and it's like, beer and business or something, and like we have a cocktail or whatever, I'm not really a beer guy, but
Me neither. What about like Saturday or 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock on a Saturday? I don't know if that's too weird of a time. I'm trying to fit it in around just anything else that people would do. And then also like having Pacific time in mind, because I'm on the East Coast.
okay, yeah, most of us are East. All right, we'll maybe a Saturday. Okay, I'm good.
Saturday's good. Hey Doug, I kind of wanted to see because I have two guys that signed up with me, and we all stay close to you. So we could meet up at a Starbucks or something, or
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
You're in Miami also, Antoine?
yes,
Oh, you're in Miami.
No, not more recent.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'd love to come down.
That's Antoine. Yeah.
But the two guys under him, I forgot their name for a second.
Cliff.
Cliff and Raynard.
Cliff, I met Cliff. Okay, we haven't met Reynard yet.
Yes, you haven't met Reynard yet.
Great, yes. We love doing stuff like that.
Yeah, Doug, I would really appreciate that because, like you said, sometimes the guys be kind of like, sitting back just watching. They don't want to get too involved, I guess, I
Yeah,
don't know.
uh-huh.
Awesome. And then Antoine, or no, Denzel is almost at QSC. Any second now.
I'm working it.
Awesome.
Let's
That's
go,
getting
Denzel,
got.
let's
Like
go.
it's not a choice. Like it's getting got. Like
It's
It's
gotta
gotta
happen.
I'm there. I'm there.
It's gotta
By
happen.
tomorrow.
It has to. Yup, it's gonna happen.
Just do it. Just do it.
It's happening.
He's
Yup.
lining people up. He's already got plans, so it's great.
Nice.
I've
Way to
been
go.
lighting phones on fire this morning. 6:40, I'm up.
Oh man,
That's awesome.
So,
I gotta get like you, Denzel.
yeah, it just takes consistency, dog. Like just like follow that DMO, and the DMO will get easier. You'll get to reaching out to 2 new people every day. Before you know, you got like 30 names to follow up with, and people get to following up with you on automatically, like people just been saying on the Entrepreneur already. Yeah, you be all right. Then you already got a team. Like it's just me right now, but I'm trying to get more team members, and yeah, it's all here for us. It's all here.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, good job, man. Congratulations.
You're not
man.
trying. You're doing. You're not
You're
trying.
doing.
You're
Here we
doing.
go. Here we go.
So Antoine is a construction worker. This guy is up like at 4:30 in
Yeah.
the morning, working
Yeah.
all day long, and still working his business.
I love it.
Very proud of you.
And you guys don't know, like we just
Antoine.
communicate differently. Guys communicate differently. So even like just now, like the last 3 minutes of us talking, it's like it's relatable for me. It's like comforting in a different kind of a way. No offense to the ladies, okay? Because guys, we need to understand in this business, you're gonna have ladies on your team, a lot of them. So but it's just different. So it's nice for us to have some time to get together.
Yeah, you're right about that. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, that's so true. You're so accustomed to being around all these women all the time. It must be like, I don't know if you've ever traveled internationally, but one time I went to France and I came back to England and oh my gosh, it was like they're speaking English. Oh, I mean, it's like this big relief because your brain is constantly working to communicate in a way that you're not accustomed to. And it's not the exact same thing, but it must be similar when you're in an environment with nothing but women. Yak, 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 yak.
She said it, not us.
Relationships.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What you talking about?
He's just playing it safe, so he's not on the couch.
Listen, I never say it, but one reason I'm really thankful for the Juice Plus community is that there's no way I can possibly satisfy Sharon's need for conversation each day. So therefore, you guys bridge the gap. You bridge the gap of conversation. So it's great.
Look at that, bridging the gap all over the place, right?
Hey guys, we're at 19. We might hit 20. Let's get a GoFundMe. Save the lunch and learn. We got to hit 20, or I start having those thoughts,
Terrible.
those crazy thoughts.
So I did start live streaming. So if you are watching the replay, definitely comment. So we will continue to live stream.
Oh yeah, because
did not
sometimes
today.
I'll be like, Sharon, we're only hitting 15 to 19. I don't know. Maybe we need to rethink that. She's like, no. Look at how many views are on the Facebook. It's still okay. You're right. All right, so let's grab some topic then, Sharon. I think we were going to talk about your event tomorrow night.
Okay, so there's a number of things. So Michelle has an event tonight. Michelle and Kimmy.
Oh my gosh.
And
Here we
then
go.
I have an event tomorrow night. So hers is at 9 Eastern, right, Michelle?
Yeah, me, Kimmy, and Joy. So Joy, Kimmy, and me are doing the One Simple Change event. That's from the Freedom Revolution.
The
And
one,
that flyer is in Voxer
yes,
too. Yeah.
that flyer's in
Yes.
the
Hey,
Pinterest.
we got a certain time we gotta be done today.
That's at 9
Oh,
p.m.
Conscious is talking to somebody.
Oh, he's talking to somebody else. Okay, so that's at 9, and then the other. So Joy, I was gonna have her share her story, so you guys can know that she's gonna be on there, and she's one of the stories that you'll hear because you may have heard Michelle's story before. I don't think you've heard Kimmy, so whenever Kimmy on here, you guys make sure I call on her to share her story. Then tomorrow night it's going to be me, Jules, and Doug. So I'm going to share the presentation mostly. Then Jules will share her story, the family health study, the Omega, and then Doug's going to share the Tower Garden. So that's tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern. So back-to-back events. So Joy, you go ahead. I know I'm putting you on the spot, but it's always good to share stories because somebody's got a relative that might have a story like yours. And then you guys pick up the phone afterwards, or you say, hey, I just heard this story. Oh my gosh, the lady's talking tonight. Or this is something that's good for you. I just heard about this lady story. Go ahead, Joy.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Oh, then
Hey,
I get spotlighted.
hey, you guys have a great day. Peace and love. Everybody, do what we do. You know, juice. I have to go. Everybody, peace. Have a great day.
All right, juice it up.
Juice it up.
Bye, Antoine.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
Antoine.
You see, that's like how men, we can just yell things. Like we're like cavemen. It's like juice it up, and he's like juice it up.
We can do that. All right, juice it up, Joy.
Funny. Okay. So, hi, everybody. My name is Joy, for some of you that don't know me. And let's see, I've been part of Juice Plus for 6 years. I've been a partner for 5 years. And the way I was introduced to Juice Plus was through Michelle. I had recently lost my mom to lung cancer, and she wasn't a smoker, and she didn't live with a smoker. And so I was really looking for some answers. I didn't want history to repeat itself. I didn't want that to be my path. And so I just started researching and trying to learn more about the body and nutrition. And I met Michelle, and she told me about Juice Plus, and it just totally made sense to me. At that point, I had started to change the way I was eating. I'd started exercising. Again, how I met Michelle through the run group. And my son at the time was a multi-sport athlete in middle school. And he was a good veggie eater, but he wasn't a good fruit eater. And so the Healthy Kids program, she told me about that, where we could both get it for the same price. And I just thought that was a no-brainer. Like, you just couldn't beat that. And so that's how we got started. And Michelle continued to invite me to events, which I thought was hilarious. You know, I was like, I already bought this product. I don't know why she keeps inviting me to things. And so I think it was, I don't know, maybe a salad party, something at her house. And she showed this one video. I'm not sure what it was now, because it's probably one we don't even use anymore. But it just talked about the community. And I just fell in love with how just how in tune everybody was with, everybody believed in God, and they all really just wanted to help other people be healthy and to live longer lives, healthier lives, more vibrant lives. And I just, like, the energy was just contagious. And she had never talked to me about the business. And I was like, I want to be a part of this. How do I be a part of this? And so that's how I became a partner. And so Michelle and I have locked arms for the past 5 years, and I've met so many amazing people. Doug and Sharon are great mentors. I love them. And there's so many people on our team and our sidelines that I've partnered with for other events. And we've encouraged each other and pushed each other. And it's an amazing community, and I just love it. And that's my story.
Yay. Well, I want you guys to be able to ask questions of Joy. I'm going to ask the first one. Well,
Okay.
thank you. By the way, that was great.
Yeah.
What would you say your why is for sharing?
So my why for sharing is one of the things that I learned early in this community from, again, the amazing doctors and scientists and different people that we're exposed to, is that your DNA does not have to be your destiny. And that was just mind blowing to me because I really thought that, you know, my path was going to be different because of my mom's health, the way my mom's health was. And so I want other people to know that as well, that if you feed your body the right thing, take care of your body the way you should, that, you know, just because your family has health problems doesn't mean that you have to too. And so as many people that I can tell that, I feel like I've done something good with my life.
And I see you posting a lot about exercise. What do
Yeah.
you really think is the key to better health?
Um, Exercise, definitely. I mean, nutrition's a huge part, which I've learned, like, you know, with exercising, a lot of people think you just exercise and you're fine, but the nutrition plays a huge part in how your body functions too. And I have a before and after story about some of my races that I've done, and the difference it made with nutrition with Juice Plus than before the Juice Plus. But moving your body every day, and you know, people always say, well, I can't run like you. It doesn't matter what you do, just as long as you're moving. If it's walking, if it's running, if it's belly dancing, if it's step aerobics, just moving your body a couple of days every week for at least 30 minutes a day is so important.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to move the spotlight because I know.
I have, well, do we have more questions? Can we
Yes,
do more
ask more
questions?
questions.
I have a question for you, Joy. I heard that you came from Beachbody, and I have a friend that used to or is doing that right now. And so I'm curious why you stopped that. Why you prefer this? I'm just curious. I just want to know how to best reach her because it seems like she's got the community piece there with
Mhm.
her group.
Mhm.
So anyhow, I'm just curious, like, because I would love to reach her, and she's interested in Juice Plus, but hasn't gone that step yet.
So I think for me, it was really learning the difference of Juice Plus, like understanding how Juice Plus, it's all natural. It's just fruits, veggies, berries, you know, and now our omegas, um, as well as our shake. Like I think our shake is a lot better than the shake that they offer. It's a lot more, it's more economical as well. Um, and really, to me, Beachbody wasn't about inspiring healthy living. It wasn't about, like, to me, our community, it's about, you know, we talk about eating right, we talk about drinking water, we talk about exercising, we talk about getting enough sleep, um, and we offer all these other free things, free resources to our community and to our customers that they didn't do. And I just found the community, to me, the community was just much different. I think, you know, in a lot of those type of businesses, the uplines and there's no crossover with the sidelines and different teams. Like we've done events with different teams, and you know, it doesn't matter that, you know, I'm going to present for this other team and, you know, I might not get a customer from it, but they are, but it still helps me. The more I present, the more I talk, the better I become. And so I just think it's more of an inclusive community, which I love. So that was the difference for me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cool. So do you think that you're, I guess you kind of took like some of the philosophy of Beachbody almost, and you're working it into Juice Plus with a lot of like workouts in the park and a lot of fitness focus. Would you say that's been an influence on you?
Yeah, I think so, because fitness is a big thing on their end. And so I think that helped me become sort of like a fitness junkie, which I am. And I'm not, like I do a little bit everything. So it's not just running, so it's, walking, biking, swimming, kangaroo boots, like
Cool. Yeah. Nice to
just
you. All
moving.
kinds of stuff. And Joy, what we're not disclosing what we make or anything, but the money that you do make each month from Juice Plus, how has that
Mhm.
impacted you?
So for me, Juice Plus, I know when I first started, like I wasn't thinking like lots of money, I was like, oh, I'll make a couple $100, it'll be great. But I think like a year after I started, something happened with my car, like the AC or something crazy what happened with my car, and it was gonna be like $700 or whatever. And I just happened to look in my bank account and I was like, oh my gosh, the money's there. I'm not gonna have to worry about how am I gonna, take the money from somewhere else. So it really has helped me do extra things and not have to, finagle. It's given me a little bit of like a comfort zone, I guess, the money that I make from Juice Plus. And it's helped me reinvest in myself with different personal development things that I've taken. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's great. That's cool. That's good to hear. That's why in my presentations, I always emphasize the $500 a month,
Oh
or a
my
couple $100
gosh.
a month, because I think that while that's not a huge amount of money, but as people get started, if they want to get to $300 to $500 a month, it's pretty reasonable that they can do that.
Definitely.
It's very achievable to anybody that's really tries. And
I agree.
even people that we know, Sharon plays racquetball with pretty wide group of people, but a lot of them are pretty successful people, like some of the Parkland people we know that are in there, Sharon. I mean, $500 a month to them, that's a big deal. I mean, one of them wouldn't buy my motorcycle unless I was going to sell for wholesale. And I'm like, dude, you owned like 50 restaurants and you sold them for cash. Come on. So, but he wouldn't do it. He says, I don't pay retail. I don't pay sticker price for anything. I'm not going to start with you, Doug. So I think that's really great to remind people and set expectations simple to begin, but always let them know that we can go much higher. With that said, Joy, what do you want to see happen with Juice Plus? Not like, like of course we could all say I want to make $1 million a year, but I'm saying like realistically, and what are you actively working? What do you have vision for yourself in this?
So realistically, my vision would be that I could do this full time and walk away from my 9 to 5 job. So I am able to do more events in the community, or even outside the community now that, we have Zoom and all this virtual stuff, but so that I can reach more people. My time's a little, I have a lot less time because I do work a 9 to 5, but to be able to like set my schedule for the month with all these different events of talking to different people and reaching different people, that's where I see myself. That's my vision for what I like to do with Juice Plus.
Awesome. Love it.
I have a question.
Mission minded. Go ahead.
So Joy, I love your story. Love your story, and learned even still a few more tidbits about you. So thank you. That's why I love Lunch and Learns, because you always learn something new from the people you thought that you already known for over a year, and still you learn something. Anywho, you mentioned how it was interesting to you how Michelle would continue to invite you to events. Can you share with us how you feel events have been so impactful now for you? And what is one of your favorite events? And it's okay if it's your own, because your event is pretty awesome.
Thank you, Alicia. So I think events are the cornerstone of our business. Like I didn't understand at first. I was like, I already have the product. I don't understand why she's inviting me to stuff. But you know, just like the Lunch and Learns, you learn something every time you go to an event. You hear a new story about, you know, somebody else's story, somebody else's experience. And so I, I love events and I love all different events. You know, I think Salad and Jar is probably one of my top ones. But now that I've created my monthly walk, I think I really enjoyed that one because it's just great conversation and like we just have lots of laughs and it's, you know, it's just a great event on a Saturday morning. But yeah, our events are great no matter what they are. The One Simple Change, the Salad in a Jar, the food demos, I miss those too. Because you just learn so much, new recipes, like I said, people's stories, just everything. So
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Well, first of all, before my phone dies on me, if it dies, I didn't just hang up. And that is, first of all, what an awesome spotlight you are, Joy. And my question is there anything that you are doing now that you think had you done it when you first started, it would be different?
yes, I've gotten a lot more comfortable with reaching out to people. That was a big obstacle for me at the beginning. I was so fearful of people thinking I was bugging them or I was being a pain in the butt. And so I just didn't do it. I knew what the DMO was, but I was terrified of it. And so doing the madness game that we've done these past couple of over the past year, I think this is the second or third one I've done, has really helped me get more comfortable with reaching out and talking to people, starting conversations with people and following up with people and starting new conversations about Juice Plus with people. If I had done what I'm doing now 5 years ago, I would be in a lot different space. But it's okay. It's my journey. So
Thank you. That's awesome. And the other question is, would you be open to being a guest on my team, on a team call?
oh, sure.
Great.
Yeah, let me know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Man, let's keep the questions
I have a-
going, but
I
go
have a
ahead.
quick question.
Keep it going.
Joy, what do your monthly walks look like? Do you advertise Juice Plus with your monthly walks, or is it just a monthly walk and you talk about nutrition, or how does that work?
So the first couple times I did it, it was just a monthly walk. It was different people that I've seen post about exercising.
Okay.
I just invited them all to my walk. And the first time we just all walked. It's, you know, we all paired up. However, it just happened organically. And this last time we did decide to incorporate a little bit of Juice Plus. Someone made shake and someone made protein balls. And so of course that opened up the conversation about, oh, what's in there? What is that? So now that like I said, like I've done it like 3 or 4 times, now we'll start to try and introduce Juice Plus a little bit more at the end of the walks. Because we did like we did like 10 minutes of yoga afterwards. And that's where we could kind of all be together and have conversation.
Great, thanks.
You're welcome.
Super. Well, I want to remind everybody that, I mean, I love it. And Joy there's been a lot of personal growth, you know, like she's just growing and it's really great to see that. Really is great to see that.
Thank
And, you know, so certain times like right now, like look at people are hanging on to every word, Joy. And I think you have that power in you, but you don't always open your mouth and let the power out, you know. And I'm always every time I'm with you, I'm usually like Michelle's there, Sharon's there. I don't know who's all is there, and I don't know if you're just thinking like, well, I don't need to say anything because they're there or she's there. But listen, you bring something to the table that's engaging and exciting, you know.
Thank you.
So I think you should open your mouth a lot more. And I want to, yeah, Joy is a joy. She might be the joy, the source of joy, other than, of course, the Lord. Now, But on earth, she's the joy. Be joyful. There you go. Jason. So what she's talking about though is really interesting because some of the stuff she does, whether it's events, if it's salads, if it's walk, remember that when you decide, so there's passion for the mission, okay, and that's really important. So I want to explain this well. My friend Jonathan, whose wife was on the team, he's a musician, and he used to get so frustrated. He would make music. I'd work with him on some music stuff, but he would make music and he'd be so frustrated that people don't like his music widespread. He's not getting signed. He's not getting a lot of listens, all this stuff. And I said, listen, you're confusing art with money. Art doesn't always make money. Art is an expression. It's what the artist wants to make. Us paying for music or listening to it, we're consumers of that music. So the artist would have to produce something that people want, which some people might even question maybe it lowers the art level, but we won't get to that level of that conversation. So my point here is this: we can be passionate about the mission, but we can have literally a paycheck of zero if we don't think business wise. So I think what Joy has is amazing vision for the mission. The reason I'm not saying it's because she's not making any money because she's too into the mission. I'm saying I don't have as much passion for the mission, but I'm always just thinking business. What's logical? Business. When we bring those together, that's the most amazing stuff that happens. So realize that Joy, there's people that do a whole, there's places probably like salad bowl restaurants or something that have started off as community salad parties. There's people that you can turn anything into a money-making idea. Walking in the park. I mean, that could be a company, and it might, people that aren't entrepreneurial would say, well, how could that be a company? Listen, people are paying for everything, especially if you provide a service or motivation or organization or whatever. So I'm not saying you should make a company out of it. What I'm saying is we need to think entrepreneurially about our Juice Plus business and make sure that we're making decisions that are going to lead to income. So I think that's really important. I think that's some of the conversations we need to have a little bit more about being savvy with our business. Understanding our marketing plan to realize that, okay, this company and the community gives me a great platform for events, but how do I make sure that event is turning into income for me, And I don't mean charging for walks in the park. I mean by just being intentional about how we do it. So, and I know you guys are doing a great job with it, but I think we got to talk business to think more business sometimes. You know what I mean? Was that too abstract, Sharon?
For me, yeah. But there's a lot of people on here. So
Maybe one.
learn I'm not the only way. Oh my goodness. Well, I know what I can take from Joy is I could hear her emotion the minute she spoke.
Yeah.
Just hear that. And I mean, I'm having side conversations with Michelle. And a lot of what Doug said, I said to Michelle. I said, Joy needs to be spotlighted, but she has to be made to spotlight because she doesn't want to, because she'd rather just sit back but you have a light to shine, and all of us do. We've all got different personalities. And so, we could say, oh, I want to take a little bit of Joy's emotion. That's what I need, but other people might need something different. And so Doug's saying maybe, think about business because you are so mission minded. Maybe, I think that's what he was saying. I'm not sure. But anyway, we all have different ways. And so, Amy Gatz, she's somebody who's very calming. And Joy is that way. I think we all just got really calm and we enjoyed what you were saying. And I was saying to Michelle, you can go deeper into the emotion part because you It's like you can feel it, but you didn't actually name it, you know? So in a way, it'd be kind of, and as I mean, I don't want to make you cry when you tell your story, although that would be good, uh, in a way. But I mean, you have the material that it could make you cry. You know, you have the why that would make you cry. You're probably not allowing it to make you cry, but you could get close enough where, and people probably feel that when they talk to you, you know, but you have that driving force. Not all of us have that driving force of why we think health is so important. So we've got to dig deep, you know, and either mentally have it made sense to me instead of the emotion, the drive, you know. Anyway, I'm speaking abstract too probably, but I enjoyed it. I totally think that Joy, you know, she's definitely undergone some personal growth because I felt like it was powerful, very powerful. So now Michelle has to call her on it and say, people need to hear you, Joy, because you have a lot to offer. And so you inspired us all to get healthier. And then as I asked you more questions, you got stronger, you know, and that's the thing about asking specific questions. You got strong in your belief when I asked you specific questions. So sometimes an interview style with somebody who's just not, you know, wanting to talk a lot is good because then you get deeper. And that's with everything, you know, when we're talking to customers or whatever. But anyway, so great to hear you, Joy. You know, we didn't do exactly what I had planned today, but that was good because we could hear how she's doing the business, you know, in her own way. We've all got our own way of doing the business, and it's all about helping other people know what we know and what's driving us, right? So that's awesome. All right, so tonight, Joy, I'm so glad I called on you, is going to be sharing her deep story, right?
Bring that energy and smile.
Yeah. And everybody loves your smile. And Cynthia is cheering you on. Her twin is like, oh my gosh, she's cheering you on Facebook. And so tonight at 9, Joy will be speaking along with Michelle and Kimmy. And then tomorrow night is me, Jules, and Doug so far. All right. And so the one simple change that's on the freedomrevolution.com. That is kind of what I want to do one day, is do like a workshop where we kind of make you do at least one slide each on this Zoom so that you don't feel like you can't do that presentation. It's not hard. But,
Can I add something?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Hi, I'm Wad. I just wanna say something. Like, most of people, they don't know Juice Plus. Like, a lot of people, they don't know. And when Stacy, she said it's 18, she worked on it 18 years old, like before 18 years ago. That's like, I just shocked here when I say for the people, it's Juice Plus. All of them like, what does mean Juice Plus? And it was like, I want to say vitamin, but it's not vitamin. It's all of it. It's vegetable and it's fruit and vegetable. It's not vitamin. So I just have a problem with that. How can I explain for the people what does mean Juice Plus? And I say for them because I don't know, like what I see right now, the people, I don't know, like they don't like juice, like fruit and vegetables. They're not excited to take something like fruit and vegetables. They don't like to be healthy. Like I just have, I need, that's what I want to ask. It's a question like how to explain for the people and how to make the people excited for Juice Plus. That's what my
Why don't
question.
we'll do a little role play. Do
Yeah.
you want to do the role play, or you want me and Sharon or me and Michelle to do it?
I think Joy needs to help Juan. Today's Joy's day.
Okay.
Okay.
So Joy, I'm gonna be I'm the customer. So you've just so Wad, you're probably talking to somebody, and then you have an opportunity, like maybe I don't know, maybe how do you usually bring up Juice Plus in the first place, Wad? Let's start there.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like call my cousin and my friends. I just say, I just asked them the first, do you have issues in your body? Do you have something hurt you, or are you eating healthy food? Most of them, they say, yeah, we have issues. We need help. So I said, like, I have a friend, she have a cancer. She started talk about her breast cancer. And I said, before I know, talk about Juice Plus, I said, you have to stop eating sugar. You have to eat healthy food. You have to drink a lot of water. So after that, I started communicating with her about Juice Plus, about what it's good for her. But I didn't see, like, she's not excited to take it, like, and I
Okay.
don't want to bother her to make her like, no, I don't want to take it, stop. Like, that's what.
Okay. All right. So if me and Joy are talking and I say, Joy, yes, I'm not very healthy and I don't know, I need a change. I don't know what I need.
Yeah.
All right. You can unmute, Joy.
So if I was talking to someone and that's what they told me,
Let's
I
role
definitely,
play it.
okay. So what, okay.
She's on the spot.
I am on the spot now. So I'd say, well, what I did when I realized that I was unhealthy and I needed to make some changes was I started with what I was eating. And I started to eat more whole foods, more fruits, more vegetables, because that's what's going to help heal your body. And so the way that my family has done that is through Juice Plus, which is simply fruits, vegetables, berries, and they come in a capsule or a berry form.
Here you go. Okay. Oh, I'm
Send
still
them a
role playing.
video.
Oh, cool. Well, all right. Well, I think Joy, you're supposed to provide a resource too. Maybe you could say, at that point, you could say, "Can I send you some info?"
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, "Yeah." See, I think that's where they're going to get more inspiration and excitement, because it's one
Yeah.
thing for you to tell your cousin, but
I
you're
did
still,
send for him the video for
yeah. Oh
Juice
yeah. So
Plus,
you
and it
send the
was me.
video, and I don't know. I don't think people are always going to get excited about it, but you
Yeah.
could say, "So, what do you think of the video?" Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it seems good.
And
Okay.
then the first he said, I don't have to time to listen. I said, you can put it on your car and you drink it when you drive. You don't have to put it and just look to it. Just listen what the videos say. And he's like, oh, okay, I will do that.
Is
I
he
didn't think
you
of
said
that.
a cousin? Oh, he's a guy?
Yeah.
A man? Okay, well, we're slower than women, so it takes a little while. And then, so you just got to say again, okay, well, let me give you another day. I thought you wanted to make some changes. See, now when you're talking to a guy, you can get a little smart with it and say, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you wanted to make some changes. So why don't you listen, I'm gonna call you back tomorrow. It's 3 minutes. Find 3
I
minutes.
did ask him 2
Yeah.
times. And I said, like, you have to listen for it. And he's like, okay, I don't have time. So because I said, put it in your car and just listen what the videos say. Like, just hear it.
Yeah.
Say, doing something.
Okay. Yeah, and Stacy's your sponsor, and Sharon had to call Stacy 6 times before she even answered.
Oh, of course. I know that. Stacy,
Yeah.
she's doing every
So
time
you
for
keep
me.
it up. Keep it up. You're doing good. You do great. And it's gonna be fun. Sometimes it gets a little frustrating,
Yeah.
but you have to. It's funny. My son's in the Army now, so they have this saying. They use a lot of foul language, I noticed. That's one, I don't know what they've taught my son, but I know he cusses in front of me with no problem now. But so I guess he's a man. And he's defending our country. He can say whatever he wants. But they'll say, oh, you gotta embrace the suck. That's what they say. So like I'm like, so how's basic training? It sucks. Embrace the suck. So it's like, I think that's what we have to do with Juice Plus. Like, people are going to not answer us. They're going to say no. They're going to listen. It's 20 years later. They're still telling Sharon no. It's okay. But we still, like we said earlier, Michelle was waiting for a year. 10 years sometimes, right? And Landon was 10 years before he got back into it. My friend Rob was a year of just, hey, Rob, you ready to start? Nah, not yet. I'm busy. Hey, you ready to start? Nah, not yet. So just be patient. The trick, Wad, is that if you're talking to enough people, then it doesn't even bother you because you just know that I use a system from Kurt Beavers where I have warm, hot, cold. Cold are the people in my phone that I want to talk to. Warm are the people that I started talking to. Hot are the people that they're hot, they're ready to go. It's just like, I don't know when, but they're ready. They're right there. So then I know to go back to them. Look, okay, they're cold. Maybe I can move them to warm, and
Yeah.
it might take a
Yeah.
while.
But I have the first customer for me, my babies. They love Juice Plus.
There you go. The
Just
most
for them on the
important-
food.
most important customer.
Awesome. Well, I think that's a great way to end it for now. Thank you, Wad, for speaking up, because I had written to her saying, please ask questions. I know she's new, you guys feel comfortable coming on here and getting your questions answered or getting your inspiration. So,
Yeah.
always interrupt or ask in the end or send a chat, anything
I
like that.
ask because sometimes my supervisor stays so, just like here.
I know Stacy will definitely keep you straight, right? And she'll
Yeah.
Can I say something really quick that Stacy shared a few weeks ago? So she is like a master. I love Stacy. She's just got so much wisdom. But she said that one thing that she's been doing, because she's been having people do the same thing with her, is she'll say, oh, do you have a couple of minutes? And she'll actually get on a Zoom with that person. And then you could actually show it to your cousin or whatever relative that is by Zoom. They say, oh, do you have a couple minutes? I'm gonna, let's go to the Zoom link or something. So, or pull this up on your phone. So I don't know, that's a suggestion for you because it seems to be helping Stacy because she was running into the same things.
Have you haven't done that?
What?
Oh, Janie, have you tried it?
I have not tried it, no, but I
Oh.
just thought it was a great suggestion. So
Yeah, sounds cool.
I like it.
I'm so glad you could remember.
Awesome.
that.
Well, thanks for
So
coming
many
on,
things that we
everybody.
talked about.
Everybody on Facebook, we appreciate you. Write something in the chat. People will be commenting on that and chatting about it as we go. And we hope to see you on Michelle's event tonight. Let's fill up the line. Let's get there for Joy. Everybody,
Yeah.
let's go see how Joy does tonight. It's gonna be amazing. And then tomorrow night with Sharon and Jules. And so far it's me, but you know what? She might find a better option.
Let me know if anybody wants to go on, do the Tower Garden and a story.
Oh, Tower Garden and a story.
That's
Yeah, if there's somebody that wants to get some
but they might want to
exposure.
hear you with the Tower Garden and the story, especially Denzel. Denzel might have some
Well,
guys.
that's true. It's good to have a guy in there, but let me tell a quick story before we go. You're a serious Tower Gardener like me. When we're having a birthday party yesterday and like there's some weeds in the grass and you look a little closer, it's not weeds. There's arugula growing in the middle of my lawn, like a weed. There's literally arugula. I said to my Mom, you want some arugula on your chicken? Just grab some from the ground. It's there. So that's next level stuff, guys. There's no point to that story.
I was there to see it. It's true.
True.
And Emma is the one who identified it. She's like, that looks like arugula. I'm like, I didn't even know she knew what arugula looked like. That was cool.
Not too many teenagers know arugula. That's awesome.
Train a child in the way they should go.
I didn't know
Mhm.
what arugula
You know,
was
my-
until we got the Tower Garden.
My 22-year-old is into records and vinyl now. For some reason, that's cool. But he comes home from the record store and he has like Michael Jackson Thriller. And I'm like, train a child in the way they should go.
Love it.
He's buying all these classic records.
Okay,
Great.
so
And
we're gonna
classic
talk
jazz.
to Denzel and Drew now. Denzel knows that
Oh,
he can bring on anyone new after 1 o'clock. You guys
Okay,
can do
good.
the same thing, and we'll talk to your people. So we're excited to talk to Drew, and so we're gonna say goodbye to you guys, and we'll see you on Wednesday and tonight and tomorrow night.
Bye, guys.
The live stream.
So
Yeah,
good. Thank you, Joy. You rocked it.
Yes, thank you.
Sharon, co-host me.
Thanks.
There might be some people AFK that we gotta kick.
AFK,
What's AFK mean?
away from the keyboard.
Oh,
But you're so old,
I
Sharon.
am. I mean, I try to figure out those abbreviations sometimes, but that one just, that seemed too hard. I didn't want to make my brain work. Okay, so goodbye.
Wad,
Lauren.
we'll let
Thank
you
for
stay
having
because
me.
you're new too.
Oh, what?
Wad can stay because she's new.
Okay, Wad can stay.
It's all good. I basically just wanted Drew to like get a feel for like the true essence of Juice Plus, like past the product and past him doing his thing. I want him to understand like the way that I've grown in the past 3 months just by tapping into these lunch and learns. I mean, like he can experience the same thing. Drew's one of my football teammates, younger brothers, and like I was just called to like really reach out to him and connect with him as he's home from a break from college. And I'm like, yo, Drew, you have an opportunity to like jumpstart your life with this before you even go back to college. So like I feel like y'all can offer that vision to him because y'all do this full time and y'all, Sharon, Doug, you know your story better than I do. You know.
Well, yeah. So I mean, Sharon started doing this 21 years ago. We were all working at a high school. She was a guidance counselor. I was actually a music teacher, a band director, and stuff. And she started doing this business. I moved on from the classroom and became a school administrator at a school here in Fort Lauderdale. It was a great time. And I loved it. I became a college administrator after that. But over those years, I saw Sharon having success with the Juice Plus business, and I started getting involved too because, it's fun having a good job. But man, when you're like running schools and stuff, I mean, any job that's like serious, the more money you make, it's kind of like the more they own you, right? So you end up there 7 a.m. and nobody tells you got to go 7 to 7, but if you want to keep up with everybody, it's like you got to keep pushing, So I was climbing the ladder, it was doing good, but eventually I realized that this could be something where, we could build a business together and make even more money, but have time freedom, which is very valuable. I've found over the years, it's nice to have a good job and stuff, but ultimately the most valuable thing is your time to be able to do the things you want to do and to live life kind of on your terms. So we did that. This is a great company. This is our only income now. I walked away from my retirement. I walked away from a 6-figure salary to do this, and we've been able to be very, very successful. Company's been around for 50 years. We're in over 22 countries. So you can share Juice Plus in all those markets. And it's just a great business model, It's good.